All right, everyone, here's my food video for my section hike of the AT in Shenandoah. It's coming up in a week. And I'm doing this with one hand, so this might be a little tricky. But I use a combination of making my own food with some pre-bought things and a couple of cookbooks that I use. Mostly are Fork in the Trail, used this several times, and then a friend of mine just got me this cookbook and I've made one thing out of that, and then I kind of put together my own concoctions as well, and so I'll show you all of that. Again, we're going out for 8 days, but there are 2 waysides or restaurants that we can eat at for dinner. One we might be able to eat at for breakfast. So definitely planning on the dinners and then resupplying for breakfast and lunches. So I'm planning right now on fixing all the dinners except for the 2 where we'll be eating out. And the dinners that I have actually are the lightest weight items here. So I'm not too concerned about taking extra dinners. Also, I usually make trail mix when I go on weekend backpacking trips, but I'm not doing that this time. I'm taking all these protein bars, and then I know I'll be able to resupply with some as well. And so I'll just take you through each of these things so you can see what I've got going on here. So for breakfast, I put my coffee in this. So this should be enough for the whole trip, obviously. And I use the Magdagliadoro instant espresso. It's really good, and it's cheaper than buying the Starbucks Via. And I found organic coconut milk for the coffee. I did find organic powdered milk, but it gets a little clumpy. So this seems to work a little bit better and still healthy. I found this oatmeal recipe, which I can't even remember now where I found it, but it's really, really good. So I've got 2 days worth of oatmeal, and I dehydrated bananas, and I've got dried cranberries in here. So that's good and really filling. Kind of made this up. Breakfast tacos, dehydrated scrambled eggs, black beans, and salsa, and I'm going to add string cheese to this. And then I've got these little mini tortillas. They call them like street tortillas. So that's actually 2 days worth of breakfast tacos. It should be good. Oatmeal again. And then this little thing I made up, shrimp and grits. So I've dehydrated some spicy shrimp and added instant grits with some dehydrated tomatoes, and then some dehydrated items from Penzeys, shallots, green and red peppers, and I think I added some garlic in here as well. And then I'm going to have the string cheese for this too. And so I'm looking forward to my shrimp and grits on the trail. Pretty yummy. For lunches, again, this is going to be where I resupply some, but 2 days worth of peanut butter, and I was going to have bagels, but since I have these sort of street tortillas, I'm just going to use those with the Justin's almond butter and hazelnut butter. So there's 2 days worth of that, and then I've got 3 days worth of these protein shakes. So this is 36 grams of protein each, and I add flaxseed to that. And I've got powdered peanut butter. I might add that for the chocolate one. It's really good. But that's one reason why I have this lightweight plastic bottle, and I've got the little shaker ball in there, which I may lose. I don't know, we'll see. We talked about weight some on the last video, but that helps mix up the protein shakes. So that's lunches. Snacks. Usually for the trail I make trail mix, but this time I'm just going to take all of these different bars. Some have high protein, one of them's got fiber in it. These are made of fruit, so I thought that would be nice to have. And then I dehydrated some Granny Smith apples. And I have to thank my friend Patty for the idea to do that. So those should be nice. And then I thought I might take some tea. This is red clover tea, and then ginger tea to have. I thought the ginger tea might be nice in, for stomach issues or whatever, but I'm not sure if I'm going to take the tea or not. And then this is a really lightweight bag, and I've got some B12 dietary supplement here, and then I've got some electrolyte powder mix in there, and then also I've bought these little mini old-timey Tupperware containers, which are actually really light, and they close really well, and I've got vitamins in that. And then I've got my little salt and pepper shaker too in there. All right, dinners. One thing I forgot to mention on the last gear video is my long titanium spoon, which I just got. Super lightweight. I really like that. So dinners, these are in no particular order really, but this is black beans and rice, which I modified from the High Trail Cookery Cookbook, because I did have some items from Penzeys. So I dried a wild rice mix, which is really good, with black beans, obviously, and then I've got some dried celery, red pepper, garlic. I don't remember what else is in this, but it smells really good, so I'm really looking forward to that. And then I'm going to have the string cheese along with that, so that should be good. And then this is from a Fork in the Trail cookbook. I've made this several times. It's so good. Curried tuna and couscous. So again, quick cooking couscous, dried tomatoes and shallots, and then this oil vinegar curry mix with almonds, and then the package of tuna. And I may fix this one first because it's the heaviest of all of the dinners. Next is the broccoli cheese soup, and this is a mix that I got at the Amish store about an hour north of Charleston, and I dehydrated some additional broccoli to go with it, which is really good. And I'm also dehydrated a can of chicken. I'm going to add that and then use chicken base for that to get some protein. But this is really good. I've made this before. And then the potato soup, this is sort of made up too. I bought some veggie flakes and also potato flakes, also from the Amish grocery store. And this has the powdered organic milk with it, along with some paprika and tarragon, I think, and a little bit of garlic. And I'm going to use the chicken base and add some of the dried chicken to this as well. So that should be good. And then this miso soup is really just from a packet. So it comes with this miso pack, and then I dried chard, and I dried some tofu. And then I've got a little bit of ramen in here. And then this also comes with a packet of I think they called it like veggie bits or something, so it's got some other little vegetables in it, but this is really good too. I've made this before, so that should be good. And then everything goes in the Ursack, and this is basically like a Teflon kind of, not Teflon, like bulletproof fiber woven into this bag, and it gets tied up, and it basically, the bears just can't open it. And I'll probably show you how it ties and everything, out on the trail. And they sell a liner with it, which didn't really have good reviews, so I just bought a Sea to Summit dry bag to put everything in. And then I also got this little Sea to Summit Cordura bag, which is super duper lightweight. I really like this a lot. Just to maybe put either snacks in or lunches or something, just to keep things a little bit organized. And then I have some other vitamins and things in here as well. So that's what I got. Again, that's 8 pounds, and it seems heavy, but obviously it gets lighter as we go along. I'm not quite sure about all the bars, and those shakes are kind of heavy. This stuff's kind of heavy. So probably what I'll end up doing is eating the heavier stuff first. The oatmeal is heavy because that's a lot. So we'll see, but that's what I got. I haven't gotten down to analyzing each meal for calories and all that, which I know if I was a really good gearhead I would do, but maybe next trip. Anyway, that's it. Talk to you all on the trail.